Well, that's a eater-sized crappie.
Hey.
Look at the belly on that crappie. It's got a lot of eggs in it. That's an eater-sized crappie. That's a 10, 11-inch crappie right there.
That's what I call a scraper.
Mr. Crappie in the back of the boat right there. And been a long time since Mr. Crappie and I done a show together, but that's a good way to start right there. Look how long that fish is.
Oh, that fish
Holy
is.
cow, that fish is long. Good
Well, we'll have
lands.
to.
We're on Broken Bow Lake in southern Oklahoma, and this is a lake that got great memories for me. Chris, actually, Wally won a Bassin Gal tournament here years and years ago, and
Really?
and I finished. I think I finished second in the state championship. I don't know if I won the state championship one of the times that I won it here or not, but this is a pretty good crappie lake, Wally.
I'll tell you what, Jimmy, this lake right here, I've been coming out here for the last 3 or 4 years, and in the summertime, there's nobody here, dude. We're talking.
As far as I can see in every direction, I don't see a boat.
And they're deep. This is a clear lake. You can see your toes in this lake, man. And I'm telling you, big crappie just like this right here on Broken Bow Lake all summer long. Come and get you some of it.
That fish was about 18 foot, right?
18 foot
18,
deep
20 foot.
on the slab daddy, brother.
There you go. Up underneath those.
Yes, sir.
There he is.
Come out there with him, Jimmy.
That's a little bitty guy.
Huh?
A little bitty guy of some sort, I think. Might be a bluegill. It's a crappie.
Little crappie.
Little crappie. How big they got to be on Broken Bow, Wally? Do you
Hey,
know?
there's no size limit, man.
No size limit on Broken Bow?
37, baby. That's the reason I like coming here. 37.
Well, that's a eater-sized crappie.
Hey.
Look at the belly on that crappie. It's got a lot of eggs in it. That's an eater-sized crappie. That's a 10, 11-inch crappie right there.
That's what I call a scraper.
A scraper. He scraped the bottom of the pot to get it.
Hey, that's what I'm talking
Find
about,
one down
brother.
there?
This right here got some shoulders on him,
That's
Jimmy.
a little bit better one there.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, look at this
Yeah,
fish.
look at that crappie.
Mm-hmm. That's what
Look
I'm
at
talking
that
about, brother.
crappie. How many dang baits you got on there? You got a buffet line there for 'em.
Dude, I'm double rigging. That's what I like to do, these slab daddies. You take them and keep them about 15 inches apart. And I've got the smorgasbord on there. I got the
do.
Mr. Automatic and Sexy Shad, baby.
Mr. Automatic.
Mr. Automatic is that tan with that blue tail, and this one's a light blue with a chartreuse and white tail. Ooh, look at them fillets on that one, Jimmy.
Mr. Automatic.
Mr. Automatic.
Ooh, that's feeling better. Look at that crappie.
Mm-hmm.
Look at there. He thinks
Look at
he's
the
a
head
bass.
on that one.
Thinks he's a bass. Gonna jump.
There
Yeah,
you
buddy. I'm telling you, that's nice. Now those bass, those crappie got a belly on them like they've got.
Look at the tail on
You're
that
right,
one, Jimmy.
Chad.
Look at the tail. Look how it's split. Look like a channel cat.
Looks like channel cat. This is a channel crappie. Channel crappie.
Put him right back here. Woo. Have you ever been splashed by Broken Bow crappie? Jimmy just splashed me on purpose. Oh, dude, come on. Give me a break. There you go.
You had that one sitting dead still too, didn't you?
Yep, just dead still.
That's what I thought.
Just dead still. Old white crappie.
Yeah,
Cool.
those that's been hitting mine, I hadn't been moving it hardly at all. Kind of dropped down below them and kind of eased it up through them, stopping, pausing.
If you want to fill up your freezer or your live well, come to Broken Bow. See Mr. Jimmy out here fishing, just get around him.
Get close by.
Just get close by to Jimmy.
Get close by. There'd be some fish there.
Jimmy loved the company.
This boat likes to stop where the fish are.
Hey, Jimmy, we're going to catch a big old monooper here in a little bit, buddy.
A monooper.
Yeah, a monooper, man. You never heard of a monooper?
No, what's a monooper?
That's a big crappie, dude, because back when I frog gigged, they used to call me Mr. Frog, see, before. I was Mr. Frog way before Mr. Crappie, because when I was a kid, we used to jump them tanks and stuff down there in Texas, and I mean, a big monooper is a bullfrog about 4 inches between his eyes. I'm telling you, That's a big frog.
So you were Mr. Frog?
Mr. Frog.
So all the kids in high school call you Mr. Frog?
Hey, we'd go to Lake Tawakoni and all those creeks and tanks and ponds and just unbelievable frog gigging back when I was younger.
Did that Mr. Frog moniker have anything to do with your physique, or was it just that you were a great frog gigger?
Mr. Frog.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah.
But I like Mr. Crappie better.
Finesse, finesse, finesse. Just stayed down there and stayed down there and stayed down there.
Mm-hmm.
Move and move and move. Finally got him. Yeah, baby. They're not always easy to catch. Everybody thinks crappie's pretty easy to catch. And I know we're beginning to get a box full of fish, but it's not fast. It's not fast action at all. It's just persistent, staying with it, getting on these brush piles, and we're moving around fishing a lot of different brush piles. But and keeping your bait down there. And I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell if you're 18 feet or you're 20 or 16. That's a pretty big difference sometimes to a crappie. And but you go down through them, come up, go down, come up, and you get just the right depth, and you get the right fish, and 2 fillets. Looky there, what's beginning to get in there, huh?
Pitch him in there. Woo!
Yes, sir.
Woo!
That's a nice crappie there.
Hey, it's just a little scraper. He's 10 inches long.
I guarantee he's 10 inches long. He's about 12 inches long. What are you talking about?
Oh,
This
man.
little old hole right here's got some crappie down there, but they are finicky. It's taking a lot to get them to bite, isn't it?
Well,
We just kind of get it down there and move it around.
they can't resist Mr. Automatic or Sexy Shiner.
Mr. Automatic.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of got Senior Frog down there on mine. I think I'm going to call my bait Senior Frog. What color have I got on? What is this Slam Daddy color?
It's called Stump Knocker.
Stump Knocker.
Stump Knocker's the color you got
me,
on.
Wally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're the name dude now. You need to have about 14 kids. You can name them all these fancy names. Call them Stump Knocker. And if I was your son, and I don't think I am, but if I was, you'd call me Mr. Sexy. Oh, hey.
Here's a nice one right here, Jimmy.
Yeah, I had a thump right there.
This is a nice crappie. Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Let it tail walk for me,
That
man.
is a good one.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about,
Kind of
brother.
acting like bass.
Mm-hmm. Woo! I'll tell you what. That fish right there is probably, I don't know, 12 inches.
Oh, every
Nice
bit of
crappie.
it. Every bit of it.
Mm-hmm. Blow that tail up, brother. Throw him down there and see what.
Every bit of it.
That's what I told you. 12 and a half. Almost 13, brother.
What'd you do, measure him?
Yeah.
You know, if it gets any clouds get any heavier, you're going to turn the lights on that thing.
Dude.
Oh, you got the lights on. You
Look
got
at
the
there.
lights on that or not?
No, the light ain't on, Jimmy.
Looks pretty bright.
Yeah, you turn the light on. There you go. Got the light on now. 13-inch fish. That's pretty good. Yes, sir. Get in here. You're with your brothers and sisters. Look at, woo. There's a bunch of them old slabs in there. We're gonna have a Friday night.
They're beginning to pile up in there. I like that.
Jimmy, you know, you said something.
We're having to fish a lot of different places, you know, and we hadn't really hit a spot where it just really turned on and really thumping them. Kind of having to, we're kind of just having to finesse them.
Well, this overcast, man, you know, they're out.
I think
They're out away from these piles feeding on this overcast.
Yeah, I think they're scattered.
If that sun would pop out, them fish would just suck right in
I don't
to those
think it-
piles.
There he is. There's a little guy. Hey, little feller. What you doing that, Wally? Your call, Mr. Crappie.
I think he's a throwback, Jimmy.
I think so, too. I'm just checking you out.
Yep, he's a throwback.
He's like half the size of that one I just lost. I know that.
Yeah. Old big one that got away, you know what I'm saying?
That guy was down there pretty deep, I'm telling you.
Uh-huh.
He was down there pretty deep.
Uh-oh. This one right here is going to be a weigher.
That feels a little bit
Uh-huh.
better. You think that's a boxer?
He got some ears on him.
Yeah, I believe that's a boxer.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
They're schooling up right behind that buoy.
Hey, just get... yeah, they're getting in that shade of that buoy.
Shade of that buoy.
Look at all
right
them
there.
slabs, boys and girls. Hey, don't let old Jimmy fool you, man. We catching some fish, brother. He said, oh, it's slow. Well, you know, if you ain't catching one every cast, he considers it being slow.
Well, we just have to leave it down there a long
He's been
time.
on television, what, 40 years? Hey, I'll tell you what, man. He's caught a lot of fish in his day.
A crappie
And
or
he's calling
two.
this as slow. You know, I had a guy the other day tell me, you know, I really don't like crappie fishing. It's like watching paint dry. Well, I guarantee it, we don't need another coat. Huh, Jim? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go, Jimmy. That looked pretty
Well,
nice.
I'm telling you what, that's deep. I'm bouncing that thing on the bottom, just raising it up a little bit. That's a nice crappie. You reckon we can land that one?
Oh,
Looky
yeah.
here, Wally, we got one in the boat.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Broke our string of the 2 losses there pretty quick. I'm telling you, you know, that's on the bottom, and we're at 27 foot of water here. No, we're up to 19 right here. Maybe
That's
I'm
on
just
top
reading.
of the brush
I'm
is
probably just
19.
reaching the top of the brush. I was looking 27 a minute ago. That's probably just top of brush I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's top of brush.
Here we go.
Found one down there. Ooh, that's a big one.
Come on out of there. Come on out of there.
He's in
Hey,
the
huh?
bushes. He's
Look
in
at
the
this
bushes there, wasn't he?
Look at this one right here.
Yeah, that's a good one
This
there.
one right here got ears on him.
Yeah, I could tell.
Wow! Hey!
You doing the Wally dance?
Oh, dude. Let me put that old soft side on him.
He was trying to open that live well lid.
Look at that stud right
What he was
there
trying
now.
to do. That's a good fish there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he was
Black
trying to open that
crappie.
live well lid.
Huh? He's wide as a lid.
No, he's not quite as wide.
He's
as the lid.
almost.
He's pretty close.
Show the folks at home what we catching. That right there is 13 and a half, 5/8. 13 and 5/8 long right there, big old black crappie. Mm-hmm.
I was in that brush just right there.
Huh?
I said I was in that brush really just right then when the brush got a hold of my bait. That's
Boy.
a good one right there, Wally Dolly.
Thank you, Jim.
That's kind of one.
Woo,
Bitter.
Lord.
A little bigger fish there.
Slabalicious, baby. With that Roadrunner head on there.
I'm trying to save your spot for you here.
I seen that.
I'm in a ferocious
He'll
bunch of
ease
brush.
back every time. I catch one, he's back. I'm fishing out in Never Land. I'm out there with Michael Jackson.
Listen to that. August crappie fishing can be absolutely fantastic. You know, fishing in the hot summertime, the key is finding the fish. And you find the fish by looking for deep structure, deep brush piles. And the best way to have deep brush piles, put them in there yourself. Whatever lake you fish on normally, go out there and put you some brush piles in 15, 18, 20, 25, 30-foot water. Now you've got deep brush piles. Use your locators because you can see those locators. You'll be able to see the crappie around them. Now, the best way to catch them, because you're fishing in heavy brush down deep, you're going to get hung up a lot if you're not carefully. So what I like to do, we vertically jig. In other words, now we'll pitch it out some and let it fall, but mostly we're fishing straight up and down. And here's the deal on fishing straight up and down. You want to find the depth that they're at. A lot of times today we've been fishing 40, 45 foot of water but catching crappie in 18 or 20 foot of water. So we get the bait down about 18, 20 foot and we're fishing that bait down there straight up and down, and a lot of times just barely moving the rod, but changing depths around. Changing depths as you're moving that around. Drop it down, move your rod tip around. You can pop it up, let it fall. Pop it up and let it fall. And once you figure out the depth, that's the key thing. But you want to do a lot of different things until you figure out just exactly what they want. Sometimes they want that thing popped up really, really hard and then dropping back down. Sometimes they want you just barely moving your rod tip around. A variety of baits we use to change colors often, and I guarantee you, once you find these things, now today we've had a cloudy, dark day, very unusual for August. The bright, sunny days are the very best. That'll load those fish into those brush piles. And I guarantee you, you'll catch some of the biggest crappie you've ever caught right in the middle of the hot summertime. For more fishing tips every week from my buddies Roland Martin, Mike Iaconelli, and me, be sure to check the Fish Brain app. Not to mention all those big fish we put up.